Sox fall again to the Angels. It's another episode of Red Sox Now presented by FanArch right here on YouTube. I'm Mike Antonellis. You can reach me on X, right, and all my social media channels. It's pretty easy at the Radio Mike. And when you see a comment on this video from Mike Antonellis Media, make sure you subscribe to that. Subscribe to this channel, comment, and like. It's not a good feeling today on a Wednesday. The Red Sox lose again, this time in extra innings. I know the statistic you can manipulate and look at a lot of ways. The 17th one-run loss. With this club, it's due to a lot of, they can be fluky at times for good clubs, but with this club, it's not a that-a-boy. We tried. It's the same movie, it looks like, every single night. They continue to do things, and I've seen this going back years in the minor leagues. Defense, base running, the little things in this game just don't happen. I mean, even last night, Nolan Schanuel, on a line drive to his right, he just takes off for third base and gets doubled off. There's no instance on a line drive you should immediately, if it's hit to your right, immediately go back. And big league players just, it's all over the game, but it really shows for you. Christian Campbell should have scored on that double by Duran. He went back to second base, and a ball hit off the center field wall. And, you out-hit them. You made 3 errors. You don't run the bases correctly. And it compiles to the same thing again. And if it doesn't get better, the Red Sox will not win many more games. They'll be just where they were last year. I mean, this stuff, and Alex Cora's addressed it, but this has been going on for 3 years now. And it's frustrating. It really is. You cannot, we're in an analytics world, and it really is hurting guys' ability to play the game the right way. I really believe in that. I just think they're so inundated with data that they're not doing the other things that matter the most. And Chris Taylor, who everybody laughed at, who got DFA'd by the Dodgers, why is he still in the big leagues? And he's been in the big leagues, I think, 14 years, because he's one heck of a defender. And he made 2 great defensive plays at second base last night. I don't care he's hitting 160. But he's a really darn good infielder, and there's still a place for these guys. Hey, on the positive side, again, how I feel about Rafaela. You can go back to the first episode. This was my guy this year. He's in his second full season. We already want to have him as a super utility guy, which is nonsense. 3 more hits. He's at 254 with 5 homers and 23 RBIs as your 9-hitter. I mean, he's hitting better than a lot of your older guys. And I understand, and I agree with Lou Merloni in this. Roman Anthony's not going to be the answer right now. And if you bring up Roman, you're moving off who? Abreu? Okay. All right. That's fine. Then you'll have 4 rookies in the lineup. And even guys like Abreu and Rafaela, we got to remember, they're still young too. Second full season is not a lot. Go back and look at the World Series teams that you've had here. And a lot of those teams, the young guys were in their, 3rd, 4th year when they finally won. You 4 rookies in the lineup. Good luck. People are mad that Meyer didn't play last night. Well, back-to-back left-handers. You saw how he fared against big league lefties. Not great. So Cora's giving him a break. Cora's doing him a favor, too. And Abraham Toro's been hitting. So I don't mind that. But I love what Rafaela did, his approach. And I've said this about Rafaela a lot. I feel like he gets himself out a lot more than pitchers get him out. And he was so patient. That home run he hit on a 3-out count off Kikuchi was on a slider. But it was surprising, and Lou Merloni was talking about it on the broadcast, that he was swinging there. But 3 more hits. I know he made the last out of the game, but, he got the Red Sox back in, and it was an unearned run in the 10th. Zach Kelly will get the loss. Had a walk in that, but got through that inning. The bullpen, again, they go 4 innings. They give up 1 hit. And, the bullpen's been great. And bullpen was pretty good on the other end for the Angels. I'll tell you what shows a complete lack of disrespect for your club, and it's not a mean thing, but Ron Washington bunting in the 10th inning for one run. You never, ever on the road play for one run in extra innings. The fact that he did that, I think, shows that he was pretty confident that he could get you guys out in the bottom of the 10th. But you don't usually see that. And they had the bases loaded, nobody out, and had a chance for, they screwed up the bunt. Kelly screwed up the bunt. I mean, there was a making of a huge inning. Ward grounding into that double play did score a run, but the fact that he bunted in that inning, and then it was strikeout, pop-out to end the ball game against Detmer. So they felt pretty good about going into the bottom of the 10th with a one-run lead. You never, ever see that happen. How about this? Back-to-back games, the winning pitcher relief, Zephyr John, former Red Sox farmhand, and Jansen got the win last night for the Angels on a frustrating Tuesday. Again, it's catching, it's running, it's throwing the baseball. These things just are not getting better for the Red Sox, and it's frustrating. But I also think, and Will Fleming brought this up, and this is something that I've been talking about a lot. I think when you went into the season, you felt pretty good, I did, about the pitching as a whole. I think the bullpen from start to now, I give it an A. I know there's been some games, but overall, you built a pretty good bullpen with Chapman, with Slayton. I know he's hurt. Whitlock, Weissert has been really good. Justin Wilson's been very good. I know Hendricks hasn't been great, but overall, Bernardino's been great. That's been a department that has saved you at times. But how did you feel about the starting rotation? I was elated. You brought in Crochet and Buehler. So I'm saying, oh, wow. You relied on guys like Houck and Bayo. They slide down now. You're going to have Giolito in the mix. You're going to have Richard Fitz in the mix. We didn't know about Crawford. But just the fact that you were going to have Crochet, Buehler, Houck, and Bayo, and those are interchangeable. Let's go Bayo 3 and a Houck as a 4 and Giolito as a 5th. Or even put Giolito as a 3rd. And I'm thinking, wow, with the bullpen, this is a great starting 5 rotation. But when Buehler got hurt, that kind of screwed things up. Houck has given you zilch. Bayo has been really inconsistent. Fitz got hurt. Crawford's hurt. Dobbins was good. Now he's not starting. Giolito's been up and down. Crawford hasn't pitched yet. That has killed you overall. Through all of this stuff that's been going on in the way that they've played the game, at times the wrong way. If you got a little from Houck and Bayo, a little more. I mean, think about it. Think about where Houck was last year and where Bayo was last. You got a little more from these guys. You cannot have, Buehler missing all that time. Fitz missing all that time. Houck, no wins on the injured list. Bayo pretty much not giving you a lot. Giolito hasn't given you. You can't have all these pitchers. Fitz gets hurt. You can't win that way. So in the end, to me, and I will always beat the drum with starting pitching, that has been huge. I'm with Lou Merlone on this. If you do this, it makes no sense to win. This is a huge win for the Padres. I've seen some people around baseball saying, why would the Padres do this? An absolute slam dunk for them. The fact is they're in win mode now. You're not going to get big league guys back. So you have to decide as an organization, do you really want to get rid of a really good... Duran is a very solid leadoff hitter. And if you do this, you're going to have the consequences. Because if Roman Anthony comes up and you put him in you might have to put him in the leadoff spot. Boy, that's asking a lot of him. That is asking a lot. You're still trying to win right now. So we'll see, if that heats up. But if that happens, it's a win for the Padres. All right, this morning, it might be over by the time you're watching this, but I'll be at the Woo Sox. They play a morning game at 11. I'll be on the radio for that, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Red Sox play this afternoon, trying to salvage the finale against the Angels. Thanks for watching Red Sox Now. It's presented by Fan Arch here on YouTube.